Good day to Miss Komal and fellow classmates. We are Group 1 for Moral Education. And for our presentation today, we'll be discussing the topic we've chosen, which is rules and regulations between housemates. I'll begin by introducing our group members. They are myself, Shelby, along with Kajun, Suk-yi, Jolene, Kavish, Jagendra, and Chuwen. So, what are rules and regulations? Rules and regulations play an important role in our everyday lives. They help create structure and keep things running smoothly, especially when sharing a space with others. Living with roommates mean different people with different habits, and routines are under one roof. Without clear rules, small issues can turn into big problems, causing tension, misunderstanding, and unnecessary conflict. That's why having house rules is so important. They set boundaries, promote respect, and make sure everyone feels comfortable and heard. In the end, rules aren't about control, they're about creating a peaceful, balanced living environment for everyone. Since our topic focuses on rules and regulations between housemates, this is where house rules apply. So, what is house rules? House rules refers to the set of guidelines or expectations created by different people living in the same hostel or apartment. It is a rule agreed upon by all residents to manage their behavior and boundaries.
Hello, everybody. I will be talking about the types of rules that me and my group mates will implement. First is respect others' privacy. The privacy of people around us should always be respected, especially in their own rooms. We should never enter someone's room without asking for permission, even if the door is slightly open. We should also never be nosy and check on what your other roommates or housemates get in the mail. It is considered rude to do. Next, we should always clean up after ourselves. It is always important to clean up after yourself. The reason behind this is that the hostel isn't only just lived in by yourself, but there is also a high chance that other people are also there too. The main areas that you should be aware of are the kitchen, bathroom, and the living room, as those are commonly shared. Moving on to the next point, we have to be mindful of noise levels. Everyone has different schedules and routines, so it's important to be considerate when it comes to noise. Try to keep the volume down, especially during early mornings, late nights, or study hours. Avoid playing loud music, shouting, or slamming doors. If you want to host friends or have a group gathering, it's best to inform your housemates beforehand. Next is sharing of responsibility. Living together means that everyone should do their part to keep the space comfortable and organized. Tasks like taking out the trash, doing dishes, and cleaning shared areas shouldn't fall on just one person. Instead, it's best to divide responsibilities equally or take turns based on the schedule that everyone agrees on. Last but not least, no stealing or using others' things without permission. Everyone has personal items that they value, and it's important to respect that. You should never take, borrow, or use someone else's belongings, whether it's food, toiletries, clothes, or gadgets, without asking first. Even if you think they won't mind, it's best to always get their permission.
I'm Kao Jun. Now I will tell about what happens if people don't follow the house rules. So if people don't follow the rules in the house, it may cause there's many problems. There was something like conflict and tension. The people may get angry or fight over something. There was unsafe environment. Someone may mess around with electrical appliance or forget to lock the door, which can easily lead to accidents. And there was a lost trust and respect. Other people think the person is unreliable and disrespectful. And four is isolation between housemates. There were people who don't follow the rules will be alienated by others. And wait, there was unequal responsibility. Some people have to do more things such as cleaning, but such didn't do anything. And the last is the housemate turnover. The, the environment is not good, so there was many people will move away and change around.
Hello everyone, my name is Jagan and I'll be going over the moral reasoning. So, first would be to respect personal boundaries and autonomy. because everyone has their own bubble which they don't want to be interrupted. Second would be to respect others' rights, because it's not just you living there, so you have to think about others too. Third would be to be considerate of others, which is why we need to keep our noise level down. Fourth, responsibility and accountability. We have to remember that everyone living in that house, they got their own roles in terms of keeping the house clean. So you cannot just put the whole responsibility on one person to clean the house. Lastly, it's to promote a positive living environment. Everyone must feel safe living in the house, which is why you shouldn't take or borrow anything without asking. So that's it for me. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Kavish, and today I'm going to be talking about moral feelings. So, here are five examples of moral feelings, and some brief explanation for each point. So, for guilt, felt bad for leaving dirty dishes overnight. This feeling arises from recognizing that you've neglected a shared responsibility which may inconvenience or frustrate others in a shared living space. So, secondly, for disappointment, let down when a housemate ignored agreed chores. So usually this happens when expectations are not met in the household, especially after like a mutual agreement amongst each other. Then this might cause a sense of like letdown or broken trust amongst housemates. So thirdly is annoyance. Irritated when others ignore the quiet hours. This feeling causes a form of frustration when like others are disrespectful or inconsiderate upon like agreed times for quiet. So this like can impact the peace and rest of the housemates. Fourth point, awkwardness, uncomfortable reminding someone to pay their share of bill. So this might cause discomfort of addressing money matters, especially when it involves like confronting someone about their obligations, which is paying the bills. So fifth, we have relief, felt better after apologizing for breaking a rule. So like this is a sense of emotional release or like peace that comes after like admitting a mistake that you've made in the household, and despite that, after that, making amends with each other and like restoring harmony.
So, what is moral performance? Moral performance means putting moral values into actions. It's how we treat others with respect, honestly, fairness, and care in real life situations. So, these are the house rules. The first one is knock before entering. The moral values show their respect. So, the second one is wipe down share surface. The moral values show their responsibility. The third one is lower your voice during late hours. The moral values show that consideration and kindness. The fourth one is take turns doing chores. The moral values show that fairness and cooperation. The last one is ask before borrowing something. Moral values show that honesty and trust. So the moral performance is not just about knowing what is right, it's all about doing the right thing even when no one is watching. That's all.
Why this selected rule is important to you and how it reflected your values? This rule is important to us because we believe that everyone deserves a safe and personal space where they can be themselves without fear or judgment, interruption, or intrusion. Respecting someone's privacy shows that we value boundaries, trust, and mutual respect in any living environment. It also shows maturity and self-awareness. We don't need to know everything about someone to live well with them, and we will recognize that everyone copes and communicates differently.